Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Varsha. Today I'm traveling from Delhi to Siliguri. This video was recorded back in February 2025. I know that was like a long back. I completely forgot about this trip mainly because I was busy and also at that time there was a lot of things happening. Finally, I was able to sit down and make this vlog. As you could see, it started with Siliguri. We only stayed a night at Siliguri because the whole city was like, there were a lot of constructions happening and there wasn't much to see. So we decided to leave for Guwahati, Assam. Whatever time we had in Siliguri, we went to a Bengal Safari, which was, I have mixed feelings about it because there wasn't much to see as well. And also, everything was so dry. What I do remember from this trip was that at the beginning of the trip, I wasn't really happy or excited. I mean, it was my first time visiting Northeast India, but still, I don't know, I was, I was something else. So I have a habit of writing journals. So I went through those entries and I found out that I was feeling so lost, so confused, and I wasn't really happy with what I was doing. Mm, yeah, and maybe that was the reason why I didn't record much. I remember visiting a lot of places. I do have photographs, but um, I was not in a state of mind to record. And I remember that I really wanted to leave Siliguri as soon as possible. Maybe because the environment over there and the vibe was not matching, and I was feeling more depressed. By the time we reached Guwahati, we weren't sure if we wanted to stay in a hostel or go for Airbnb for more privacy because we were all working and there was a lot of work for us to finish. So the first day we went to a hostel, but on second day we all shifted to Airbnb for more privacy. Days in Guwahati just went by and I wasn't even sure what we all did with how busy we were. We went to watch a movie and I was literally surprised by how safe it was. One thing we were genuinely excited about Guwahati was that Kaziranga National Park and also Kamakya Temple, which of course we didn't visit because of our busy schedule. So we decided to visit both the places once we are back in Assam. My friends, once they are back in Assam, did visit both the places. I couldn't make it. So maybe I'll be back in Northeast and that time I'll make sure to visit every place possible. In New Day, we went through a lot of changes of how we wanted to visit Meghalaya or how we wanted to travel around Meghalaya. The commute over here is a big problem and we couldn't exactly depend on public transport. Thankfully, there were a lot of rentals in Guwahati, so we rented a Tata Tiago for 1,000 rupees per day after a lot of bargaining on our end. I believe that was one of the best decisions that we have made as we didn't have to worry about our work, calls, and also the luggage. It was so convenient for us traveling by car. We made a lot of pit stops and stops where the views were like viewing. The ghat roads and also the roads, the highways were like worth going by car. And I can't get enough of these mountains and the roads. It was so perfect and also so soothing. We planned on staying at Shillong. We reached a hotel that we booked on Agoda. Things didn't go as planned. Even though it was a paid booking, the hotel didn't let us check in as they took walk-ins and it was quite late. We were so upset and also tired. We spent another 2 hours sitting outside the hotel talking with customer care, which didn't work out. So we had to go with another option, which was a homestay. Let's just say it wasn't the best, but we can't complain about it as well. We were free for the weekend, so we got to spend good time in Meghalaya, visiting places and mostly being on road, which I'm not complaining about because I genuinely love road trips. We visited a waterfall. I don't remember where it was, but we had a very good time over there. To reach the waterfall, you need to get down, and also it was mandatory to wear a life jacket even though you know swimming. I did wear the jacket and also went into the water, but I got shit scared by it, so I just went back to the shore. While all of my friends were in the water, I got some me time where I was able to think about a lot of things, and I really missed having my diary with me. This is the upper part of the waterfalls that we have visited. I think the best time to visit Meghalaya is the monsoon season. This side of the waterfall was empty and it was so peaceful. On our way to the next spot, we bought some local fruits and snacks. And I'm sure visiting Meghalaya during monsoon is would be wonderful. And now we are going to see the Bangladesh and India border. Once we were nearing the border, there were like a lot of trucks, cargo lorries waiting. Everything started changing. The houses were like packed, unlike what we have seen till now. It was a completely different experience from what we have thought it would have been. And yes, there were a lot of things that need to be taken care of near the border. After our lunch, which wasn't a great experience, we wanted to do a water activity, but over here on that river, they were charging a lot of money. So we decided to go to the other side where it might be less cheaper compared to this side. As you could see the boats, people take you on that boat for you to experience the clear water and also to see the life underneath the water. We found a place on Google and we are blindly following the Google Maps, which wasn't exactly a good idea because we were lost for a bit of time. We finally found the village and we were so happy with the decision because it was so calm over here compared to the other side. It was just us and the local people who were there for fishing. We had a very good time and also it didn't cost us much compared to what they were charging on the other side. I have mixed feelings about Meghalaya because I heard a lot of good things and also how sweet people were there in Meghalaya, but we experienced a very complete different side of Meghalaya. The people at our hotel, the one which cancelled on us, weren't really sweet and they were like kind of rude and also ignoring us. And then when we ended up in a restaurant to have food, the people weren't so welcoming. I don't know what what was wrong, but yes, Meghalaya is beautiful. I agree on it, but the experiences that we had wasn't great. That made us a bit sad. Also, maybe we had a lot of expectations from Meghalaya. And then we decided not to worry about it because maybe we might have good time later. The next day, as we were scrolling through Google attractions, we found these caves that we wanted to visit. According to Google and according to locals, it was said that these caves were found very recently. I mean, they were discovered very recently. We were taken aback, like, how could locals go this long without finding these caves? These caves weren't small, they were very big, occupied a lot of space, and also it was a surprise that the locals haven't found them till now. And also, the caves weren't located far away from the settlement, it was like very close to the village. We weren't in a hurry, so we took our time roaming around the caves, and also at this point, we were thinking of Nagaland. And we heard that to enter Nagaland, it is mandatory to have an inner line permit, which is mandatory even for Indians, and without that, they wouldn't allow us to enter the Nagaland. So we were in dilemma that if we should visit Nagaland or just skip this time. But the thing is, we know that this time won't be coming. Like, if we leave right now, we never know when we are going to be back. So we decided to sit down and look into it. Currently, we are in the Chirapunji region of Meghalaya. It is locally known as Sohara. Chirapunji is quite famous in Meghalaya. Chirapunji is considered as one of the wettest places on earth, holding multiple Guinness World Records for highest amount of rainfall in a single year and month. We reached No Kalikai Fall. I'm not really sure if I pronounced it right, and it started drizzling. So while going around, we found this part down from where the trek starts. We did go to some point, but then again, I returned. To be honest, I got scared as soon as we were like descending the mountain that we were on, and we heard that the trek is like quite famous over here in monsoon season. This trek includes you descending a hill and then going on a trail through the jungle towards the waterfall. And for this trek and the trail, it is mandatory that you only go with a local guide. I do understand why a local guide is like very important over here, because you can never trust the weather over here and it is like quite raining. Of course, we weren't able to see the waterfall because it isn't raining as hard as it should. But one thing is that the place is like so huge. So I just took some time and roamed around. And then there were like these little cute shops where I got a lot of things for myself and for my family. One of the things that I loved so much is this. It started raining and then we found this place to eat which doesn't have any board. We also made a stop at some random place and now we are on our way to Shillong. We did check about the Nagaland inner line permit, but it was said that it would take another 3 days. We don't have that much time, and we decided it would be better for us to move to Guwahati. By the evening, we had a change of plan. We applied for inner line permit, and we decided that we would wait. So we aren't leaving without visiting Nagaland. That night we stayed at a homestay near the Assam border and now we are on our way to Nagaland. Including this because I had tea for 5 rupees. I mean, look at that. Nagaland seems so welcoming. No matter what other people say, we are sure that we are going to enjoy Nagaland trip. Our previous homestay owner mentioned that it was not safe for us to go Nagaland, so he asked us to skip altogether. But then again, we didn't listen, and we are happy that we made that decision. It was too early for a check-in, so we decided to visit the cemetery and also the Kohima main market. I can already say that I'm in love with Kohima. I mean, it has a different charm to it. Our Airbnb hosts were like sweet couple in their late 40s. I mean, so in love with their house. It was like so beautiful, so calm, and also spacious. The next day, we decided to visit Art and Culture Museum. We were too early, so we waited in their cafe. For some reason, I wasn't feeling well that day. I remember waking up with anxiety and I was like quite nervous. I wasn't able to enjoy what I was visiting. Usually, I would spend a lot of time going through the history, reading things, But that day, my mind was elsewhere. And then in the evening, I got a call from my sister, and I know it was an emergency. So I immediately left for the airport. I'm thankful that my friend was able to drop me, and that's how I'm ending this vlog.